Number 7 spot, Ben Francisco and Carlos Ruiz, a very good number 9 hitter as it turns out, hitting .310 this postseason. He does the catching. And here's a left-hander, Andy Pettitte, and his numbers this postseason: 4 starts, 3-0.
Pitching yet another clincher, the Yankees hope. And in his last start, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Raul Ibanez 0 for 9 with 6 Ks, primarily breaking balls, and of course Andy Pettitte can stop the running game.
Before he throws tonight's opening pitch, we give you this, brought to you by Budweiser. With full flavor and a crisp, clean finish, it's what we do. You mentioned Andy Pettitte in a clincher. He's 5-2. This is his 12th start, giving his team a chance to clinch a postseason series. He did it in the division series this year and the ALCS against the Angels. Off we go, game 6, ball 1. 6'5", 225 pounds from Deer Park, Texas. And there are his numbers in the previous 11. That's into the hole. It's short, long throw, Jeter. Good play, 1 out. Give you the Home Depot tools to victory. With 1 out, nobody on, first inning, game 6.
These tools to victory, pretty simple. Come on, you got to be kidding, right? They've got to win. As far as the Yankees, 27 outs for their 27th World Championship for number 27, Joe Girardi. And when do we get to Rivera? A key question.
A strike is in from Andy Pettitte to Shane Victorino, and it's good to see Shane Victorino in the lineup tonight after taking a pitch off his right index finger from A.J. Burnett in the first inning 2 nights ago in Philly. Big part of this Phillies lineup, and he hits it foul in the hole 0-2.
Well, it's better when your right index finger is bothering you to hit from the right side. Victorino, a switch hitter, because when he hits from the left side, he rolls over on that finger. But it shouldn't bother him hitting right-handed because that's your top side.
That's off the plate. Tough play for Andy Pettitte, and that's a base hit. And now the defense for New York. In the outfield, it's Johnny Damon in left. Brett Gardner is now the center fielder with a hamstring injury to Melky Cabrera, off the active list. Nick Swisher in right. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira on the infield, third to first, and Posada does the catching for Andy Pettitte.
Breaking ball, nothing Pettitte can do.
And now Chase Utley. In this World Series, he has popped 5 home runs. He hit 2 nights ago, including that 3-run shot off A.J. Burnett, with his team down 1-0, facing elimination. And a check on the runner, Victorino. Victorino stole 25 during the regular season, 2 this postseason, none during the World Series. Trying to read Pettitte, and the pitch is high and tight to Chase Utley, ball 1. After Utley, it's Ryan Howard. 5 home runs, ties Reggie Jackson for 1977 for most home runs in one World Series.
Reading Pettitte is like reading Greek.
That's on the inside corner, ball and a strike. Utley in his career is just 1 for 10 with 5 strikeouts against Andy Pettitte. Was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in game number 3 back in Philadelphia. And slowly hit to second. Cano flips out over to first. Out. Double play ends the inning. Good start for Pettitte. Half inning in the books. Yankees coming up. Bottom of the first inning, game 6. No score. Take a look at the lineup for the Yankees. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Jeter leads off, then Johnny Damon. Top 2 hitters have combined for a .372 average during this World Series. But then it drops off. Mark Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, Hideki Matsui back in there with the DH. Jorge Posada batting 6th. Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, and Brett Gardner. Against Pedro Martinez, who this postseason has made 2 very good starts, albeit Tim with a lot of rest leading into each start. And now he's on more of a regular schedule. He's got 5 days of rest coming into this effort against the Yankees.
Working 7 great innings against the Dodgers in game 2 of the LCS and pitching well against the Yankees in game 2 of the World Series. Wily and creative. Gets hitters to commit early. And how long will he last? 4 innings? 5 innings?
You're now willing to go
6 innings? Oh, sure.
He went 6+. Game 2. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. And he deals with Derek Jeter. Ball 1 drops into the dirt. Jeter is 8 for 22 in this World Series. And are you kidding me?
How odd is that? He threw 1 pitch and now wants a new ball. But conversation with Carlos Ruiz. Couldn't cross him up on the first pitch, could he?
Maybe just missed him.
That might be a first.
1 ball, no strikes. Damon will follow then Teixeira. And now Jeter steps out. That's into left center field, and that's Ben Francisco. 1 out. Smile on the face of Jeter as he comes back to the dugout. Here's the outfield for Philadelphia. Francisco Victorino with his Gold Glove and Jason Worth. Feliz, Rollins, Utley, and Howard around the infield with Ruiz catching Pedro Martinez. Here's Johnny Damon. He's had a terrific World Series. In fact, to this point, has got his name on the short list for an MVP award if the Yankees end up winning this. The 0-1 pitch. 1 for 12 in the division series against Minnesota. Better in the ALCS and .381 in the World Series. Swinging the bat for Damon. The 1-1. Strike 2.
In the early going, Pedro Martinez has not shown a good fastball. 84-mile-an-hour fastball. He did reach 91 in game 2.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Pedro Martinez was at home in the Dominican, signed by the Phillies on July 15th. A pitch for the Dominican in the World Baseball Classic. Now he goes back behind the mound, really taking his time here in the first inning. Made 3 rehab starts, then made his first Phillies start at Chicago and was a winner in 5 innings pitched against the Cubs. And a changeup strikes out Damon. 2 out.
Changeup gets Damon. 75 miles an hour.
So with 2 out, nobody on, here is Teixeira, who is 2 for 19. One of his 2 hits was a game-tying home run. There's strike 1 against Pedro Martinez in the 4th inning. That was in game 2. His other hit was 2 nights ago in game 5 in the 8th inning, a double. And that's all. In fact, struck out to end the night. Representing the tying run. He takes a little up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 3-time Cy Young Award winner brings it, misses inside, ball 2. And Teixeira hops out. Pedro Martinez is 0-1 this postseason, 6-3. His career during the postseason, but 1-3 against the Yankees. Out in front of that changeup, and the count 2-2. Home plate umpire tonight is Joe West. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, at first. Jeff Nelson, Brian Gorman at third. Mike Everett down the left field line, and Dana DeMuth down the right field line. 2-2 pitch. Full count. A-Rod next. Fly ball in the air to right. Worth is back at the track to end the inning. Didn't get all of it, and a 1-2-3 start for Pedro Martinez. Ryan Howard will start it for Philadelphia and try and get it going for the Phillies in the second with no score. Second inning, no score. The Phillies got a hit, an infield hit from Victorino. Utley bounced into a double play. Here's Ryan Howard. And a fastball misses high from Andy Pettitte. Ryan Howard had that streak through game 4 of the NLCS where he drove in at least a run in 8 straight games. Tied a record once held by Lou Gehrig, and a record that was also tied this year by Alex Rodriguez. But since then, in 6 games, a 143 average with 1 RBI and 13 strikeouts since that game. He grounds to the right side. It's a fair ball, and that's out number 1 as Teixeira takes it to the bag. So Ryan Howard is now 3 for 20 in this World Series, and it brings in Jason Worth, who hit 2 home runs against Andy Pettitte in game 3.
One on a 3-2 breaking ball, and his second home run on a fastball on the cutter.
In that game 3 start, Andy Pettitte was down 3-0 after 2 innings at Philadelphia. The Yankees came back to win that game 8-5. Pettitte had an RBI single in that ball game. Worth takes up and away. It was postseason win number 17, and Andy Pettitte is making his 40th career postseason start, is 17-9. Most wins all time. Here's 1-0 to Worth. On the outside corner, a ball and a strike.
Good control with the fastball there.
The 1-1. Fastball up, ball 2. This for Andy Pettitte is his 13th World Series start. He's 4-4 in World Series play, and the 13 starts is number 2 all-time to Whitey Ford, longtime Yankee who made 22. That is outside, and the count 3-1. That's a strike, full count.
Every time Pettitte has shaken off during this at bat, it's been a fastball away. All fastballs in this at bat for Jason Worth.
Breaking ball fouled back, still full. After Worth, it's Ibanez, a left-handed hitter. Another 3-2 pitch from Andy Pettitte. And a one-out walk. 1 on, 1 out. Ibanez coming up. Chevy and baseball have teamed up to give fans a chance to win your choice of a new Chevy Malibu, Traverse, Silverado, or the all-new Equinox. Just register at worldseries.com/Chevy and may the best team win. Man at first, 1 out for Ibanez, who popped a home run in Game 5 2 nights ago. It came off the lefty Phil Koch in the 7th. And he shatters his bat. Pop up, shallow right. Swisher there, 2 out.
So far in this World Series, the one thing that has been neutralized, the Philly left-handed bats, with the exception of Chase Utley. Against Andy Pettitte, they're 0 for their last 12.
Here's Pedro Feliz, who had a big Game 4 of this World Series, but the rest of the postseason he has struggled. And a check on Worth, who gets a good look at that Andy Pettitte pickoff move. Feliz in Game 4 was 3 out of 4 with a home run. The rest of the postseason he is 6 for 46 with a home run and 2 RBIs. That's it. There's strike 1.
With only 3 days rest, Andy Pettitte not as strong as he normally would be, so he's staying away from the cut fastball in on right-handers.
Here's the 0-1 to Feliz, and that missed. Ball and a strike, 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Meanwhile, when we watch Pedro Martinez work in the bottom of the first, very deliberate and did not have much of a fastball. Hardest pitch he threw was 85 miles per hour. Another throw over, and Worth is back. If you remember in that start, he was in the low 90s at Dodger Stadium in Game 2 of the NLCS. And when we met with Charlie Manuel as manager, he said he's got his best velocity that he's had since maybe 2004.
Not tonight.
Here's a 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Phillies came into this World Series trying to repeat as world champions. Only the 75-76 Reds in the National League have repeated over the last 87 years. And Worth gets back standing this time. In case you're wondering, Worth stole 20 during the regular season, does not have any stolen bases this postseason, and gets another throw.
Jason, a very, very aggressive runner. Picked off once by Jose Molina earlier in the series.
The 2-1. That skips in, gets away, and down to second is Jason Worth with 2 out.
Breaking ball in the dirt, and Posada cannot keep the ball in front of him, and Worth takes second base on the wild pitch.
So now a base hit could give Philadelphia a second inning lead as they trail in this World Series 3-2.
Joe, even with 2 outs, Jason Worth a threat to steal third base more than any other Philly.
Here's a pop-up behind home plate. Posada has a play. Inning over. A walk, a wild pitch. A runner stranded. Bottom of the second. Game 6. No score. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Pedro Martinez. That means Alex Rodriguez in this little exchange when Martinez made his way in from the bullpen with Alex. And now it's Rodriguez to start it off in the bottom of the second. No score. And he misses down and in. Pedro does. Ball 1. 7 extra base hits this postseason for Rodriguez. 18 RBIs. All told during the postseason, which is a franchise record. With more opportunity, and that almost caught Rodriguez on that left elbow. It's 2-0. Six home runs this postseason. 2-0 pitch is down and away. 3-0.
If you don't have a fastball in the first couple of innings, it's not going to get that much faster significantly later in the game. So you're almost locked into seeing Martinez not throw a fastball above 85 miles an hour.
Rodriguez steps out. That's up and in, and a 4-pitch walk to Alex Rodriguez, and the Yankees have their first base runner of the night. In that Game 2 start, Pedro Martinez was not feeling well. We talked to him after the game, and he purposely did not tell his mom in the Dominican that he wasn't feeling well going into that start. His mom congratulated him the next day on the way he pitched in that game in the loss, and then she said, "But you look so pale." And then Pedro started to laugh because he said, "Well, you're right, I wasn't feeling well." First pitch to Matsui is in for a strike. 84 miles per hour to the left-handed hitting DH. But diminished pitching stuff here tonight for Pedro Martinez compared to the last time around against the Yankees.
Yeah, once again, we said wily and creative in our scouting report. He'll have to be that way tonight.
That is a rocket down the right field line foul. 86 from Martinez.
If you're the Yankees hitters, give Pedro Martinez the inside part of the plate. You'll be able to adjust to everything but the off-speed pitch. You know, with him not throwing real hard, that he's not going to be able to get inside on you. So look away.
Oh, 2 on Matsui. There's 88. Fastballs up 1-2. Rich Doobie, the pitching coach for the Phillies. Charlie Emanuel telling us before the game the one thing you know about Pedro Martinez, he won't be scared. Pedro's 1-2 pitch to Matsui. Two and 2.
Matsui hit a go-ahead home run against Pedro in Game 2. A curveball that was almost on the ground. So you can kind of eliminate the curveball in your thinking if you're Matsui.
The 2-2 pitch is hit to first, foul. Just foul as Jerry Davis put his hands up and made the call. And got it right. This is game 2 as Matsui went down to get it. It was in the 6th inning and the go-ahead home run off Pedro. Martinez pitched into the 7th, did not retire a batter in the 7th, was taken out. And the Yankees won the ball game 3-1 behind A.J. Burnett and Mariano Rivera. Now Matsui steps out. First check on Alex Rodriguez. Pedro Martinez with a career record of .219 and 100 and an ERA of 2.93. Could very well be headed to the Hall of Fame. His 2-2 pitch to Matsui. On the way. And ball 3.
You can look for Rodriguez to be running here. As the cut fastball missed.
And Rodriguez was leaning. Got back well ahead of the tag.
Yeah, you cannot be picked off in that situation. It's up to the hitter to put the ball in play.
There he goes. Matsui fouls it. So Pedro Martinez could be pitching his biggest game in that career. And as you look at his career resume, he's a World Series champion with the Red Sox. He made a Game 3 start in that World Series at St. Louis with his team up 2-0, went 7 innings. Another big start for him, Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS at the old Yankee Stadium. Got into the 8th. Didn't have enough that night. Rodriguez goes and a fly ball into right. Down the line. Gone. 2-0 New York.
Eight pitches thrown in this at bat and not one breaking ball. He got the fastball inside part. Second home run in his last 2 at bats against Martinez.
Third home run of this World Series for Matsui. And now Posada comes up empty. A man whose contract with the Yankees runs out at the end of this World Series. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Yankees strike first here tonight. A walk and a home run. Rodriguez and then Matsui. Nobody on or out. 1-1 pitch. Strike two. You go back to game two and look at the contact for Matsui going down to get the ball for a home run. This one was considerably higher. And Matsui hit it a lot better, well out into the seats and right. Posada just staying alive, still 1-2.
This game being shown and sponsored by Budweiser on Times Square here in New York. It's also being shown in Tokyo. And in Tokyo, it's 10:30 in the morning. Godzilla is hugely popular in Tokyo.
That's in the dirt. 2-2 on Posada.
Matsui played for 10 years for the Yomiuri Giants, 7 years for the Yankees.
The 2-2 from Pedro. Strikeout number 2. And in this second inning, it's out number 1.
Fastball out of the strike zone to get Posada.
The Yankees came into this game not having homered in the last 2 games and having hit 5 in this World Series, or as many as Chase Utley has hit for Philadelphia. Joe Girardi's Yankees led the major leagues with 244 home runs during the regular season. That was their 20th pop of this postseason. 2 out. Off the bat of Robinson Cano and right at Chase Utley. Bases empty for Nick Swisher. Here are the numbers for Swisher, who went deep batting right-handed back in Philadelphia and who has 2 hits and 12 at-bats during this World Series and just 6 hits and 44 at-bats during the postseason. He did not start against Martinez in game 2. Instead, it was Jerry Hairston Jr., who's 11 for 30 in his career against Martinez. Here's the 0-1. A ball and a strike. That's a strike on a changeup. It's 1-2. With 2 out, Nick Swisher leans back from an 88-mile-an-hour fastball up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Purpose of that fastball up and in to go away with the changeup.
Swisher pops it up. Shallow left. A long run for Francisco, who's there to end the inning. Hideki Matsui with 2 home runs in this World Series against Pedro Martinez, including this shot in the second to put the Yankees up 2-0 after 2. Bottom 2 in the lineup for Philadelphia in the 3rd inning, down 2-0 after the Matsui home run, and a breaking ball from Andy Pettitte is in for a strike to Ben Francisco. Carlos Ruiz is next, and then Jimmy Rollins. Phillies have a hit, a walk, a hit into a double play, stranded a runner, and the count evens at a ball and a strike to the player who was thrown in the Cliff Lee deal between the Phillies and the Indians. That misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Francisco grounds one to third. Alex Rodriguez grabs it, throws it, 1 out. Now 0 for 5 in this World Series is Francisco. 0 for 9 during the playoffs so far for the Phillies is tonight's left fielder, and here comes Ruiz. And more economical tonight on shorter rest.
One thing so far that Andy Pettitte has done, he has traded power for accuracy. He has excellent control on the outside part of the plate to right-handed batters.
The two-time 21-game winner, Andy Pettitte. First time he did that, he was 24 years old in '96. Was a world champion that year. He misses upstairs with the ball to Carlos Ruiz. He's 4 for 16 in this series and hitting .310 during the postseason. And a tough out. There's a strike, 1-1.
Every time he's shaken thus far, he's gone to the sinking fastball away to right-handed batters.
On 1-1, that's low. 2-1. Ruiz trying to get on, turn the lineup over, and hope that Jimmy Rollins can figure out Andy Pettitte. Rollins bounced out to short his first time. 2-1 pitch is down and in, 3-1. And a shot into left center field. Back is Gardner on the run. He watches it hit off the wall. Gets behind him, and Ruiz will turn and go. Try to turn it into a triple and make it with one out in the third. Carlos Ruiz watched that the entire way and pushed it with one out and made it into third with a triple.
That's when there is a chance to get to third base with one out, that's what you try to do. So you can score on something other than a base hit. That ball bouncing too far away from Brett Gardner. Looked like it hit the corner right above the Dunkin' Donuts sign. Eluding Gardner, going farther away than he thought.
So now it's Jimmy Rollins' RBI chance, and he takes a ball. A little up and in after the fourth career triple for Carlos Ruiz. Andy Pettitte steered in after not getting that call. It's ball one instead of strike one. And the next is outside, 2-0. Rollins with 1 RBI this World Series, 4 RBIs this postseason. It did drive home 77 during the regular year. So out of that leadoff spot, he can produce runs. And there's one into right field. He just produced a run here. Tagging is Ruiz, scoring without a play, and it's a 1-run game. Sac fly by Rollins, and it's 2-1 here in the third inning.
Once again, players refer to those as cheap runs, when you can get on third base with less than 2 outs and score on something other than a hit. Sac fly for Rollins.
And now Victorino with 2 out, nobody on. An infield single. He bounced one off the plate his first time. And Pettitte brings it. Popped up into right. Nick Swisher. Inning over. Phillies are on the board. A 1-out triple by Ruiz. Scored on a sac fly by Rollins. 2-1 after 2.5.
World Series program.
Bottom of the third inning, Pedro Martinez back to work. Brett Gardner first up, the number 9 man, and he takes a strike. It's 2-1 New York. Home run by Matsui, a 2-run shot in the bottom of the second. The Phillies came right back with a run on a triple by Carlos Ruiz and a sac fly by Rollins. So a 1-run ball game as Gardner sticks the bat out, pops it foul out of play. Strike 2. Here's tonight's Jeep trivia question. When was the last World Series Game 7 at Yankee Stadium? The one on the other side of 161st Street. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball 1. We've already shown the cover of the Post, the New York Post, where they have Pedro's head superimposed onto the body of a baby. As Gardner strikes out, third strikeout on an 86-mile-an-hour pitch up. It was almost surreal to be in the clubhouse and watch Pedro Martinez opening up the Post and looking at that picture and then going deeper into the Post and pulling that out and showing it around to his teammates and laughing about it.
Thought it was hilarious, and that's a way to take it.
Ken Rosenthal, you were down there with us. I mean, that's one of the funniest things we've seen this October.
No question, Joe. And after Game 5, he told reporters he wasn't going to talk because, hey, he wanted to talk the next day. That was yesterday. Well, what he said to us was in that sing-song voice of his, hey, guys, be creative like always. Well, the people at the New York Post who designed the front page need no invitation to be creative.
1 ball, no strikes on Derek Jeter. 1 out, nobody on, and a foul on a pitch that was up. It's 1-1. So any idea that, oh yeah, they don't read the newspapers, they don't listen to call-in shows, or they, might be true for some, but Pedro saw it and laughed at it. Heard a couple of "Who's Your Daddy" chants, something that Pedro Martinez said back in 04 in September. That ball's sinking, and it is a base hit as it dropped in front of the glove of Victorino in center. Jeter's on with 1 out.
Victorino going to his left and going back, and by the time he recovered, he had to short hop it. So a base hit for Derek Jeter on a ball misplayed by Shane Victorino. Had he taken that route directly to the ball, but he went back, and now by the time he recovers, short hop base hit.
1 on, 1 out for Johnny Damon. Struck out his first time, still hitting .364 in this World Series. Jeter with a small lead. You hear Mick Kelleher, the first base coach, talking to Jeter about Pedro Martinez's quick feet.
See?
The right foot was really quick right there. Changeup misses down and away, and we shouldn't assume everybody knows why that would be appropriate or what the joke is from the New York Post. But in 2004 September, Pedro Martinez was talking about the Yankees, and he said, "I'll just tip my cap and call the Yankees my daddy." It ended up facing the Yankees later in that postseason when the Boston Red Sox came back from a 3-0 deficit to go on and win their first World Series in 86 years. Came on in relief of Game 7 at the old Yankee Stadium. He's behind on the count 2-0 to Johnny Damon. One on, 1 out. Jeter is aboard with that base hit to center. That's foul. With this being Game 6, maybe some fans tuning in that haven't been a part of this series so far. The HK on the left chest of these Phillies uniform tops is in memory of Harry Callis, longtime broadcaster who passed away April 13th. There's his sport coat, and some shoes are down there in the dugout as well. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Damon. Popped up, out of play, 2-2. There are the white shoes. I don't think I ever saw Harry Callis in any other type shoes other than white.
That was his uniform of the day. Golden pipes, and a great guy.
Jeter draws a throw, and Ryan Howard corrals it. Yankees won their first of 26 World Championships in 1923 in their first year at the old Yankee Stadium. Trying to win their 27th in their first year in the new Yankee Stadium. The last one coming in 2000 against the Mets. And there's the old one in the darkness down below. Here's a 2-2 to Damon, and a line drive foul. Still 2-2.
Pedro Martinez is holding the ball extra long against these Yankee hitters with the runner on at first base. Not only does that slow down the running game, but it's tougher to hit against a pitcher like that. Because while the runner's timing is thrown off, your timing as a hitter is thrown off. Fastball away.
On a 2-2 count. And he misses with it. Damon checks his swing. It's 3-2.
Now Jeter will be off.
That was Pedro's 50th pitch that missed for ball 3 to Damon. Jeter stays put on ball 4, and it's 2 on with 1 out. And over to the bullpen phone goes Rich Doobie, as somebody will crank it up out beyond the left center field wall for Philadelphia.
I would imagine Rich Doobie, the pitching coach of the Phillies, is telling whoever is getting up to get quickly ready, because Pedro is not throwing the ball hard tonight. He has not hit 90 miles an hour. 88's is high. That was only 3 times. Most of his fastballs around 84, 85.
That's a lefty Jay Happ getting loose as Mark Teixeira stands in. Flied out to right his first time. 2 on, 1 out. Yankees up by 1. And that loads him up.
Teixeira hit above the knee.
The bases are loaded for Alex Rodriguez, and Rich Doobie, the pitching coach, will jog out and talk to Pedro. 9 o'clock straight up in the East. It's game 6 of this 2009 World Series, and so far the big hit of the night in the second after a walk to A-Rod. Matsui went deep. 2-0 New York. The Phillies just got a run in the top of this third. And now Alex Rodriguez, with J. Happ getting loose. A-Rod, who from game 4 of the ALCX in 2004 to the division series of the Yankees lost in 2007, played 16 games, had 1 RBI as a Yankee. It's been a completely different story this postseason. 6 homers, 18 RBIs, a franchise record, and a .360 average. What a spot for Rodriguez. Strike 1.
Right on the corner.
This is the first time in this World Series that a Yankee hitter has come up with the bases loaded. And it's Alex Rodriguez. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed hitting Matsui on deck. Left-hander J. Happ getting loose. Jeter got a hit. A walk to Damon. Teixeira hit by a pitch. Strike 2.
First pitch was away. The third pitch was away. That one a little out of the strike zone. High. Joe Girardi telling us before the game that Pedro Martinez is a master at reading swings. If that's the case, I would think they'll go back to that fastball away to Rodriguez.
Pitch number 56 will be a 1-2 delivery to Rodriguez with the bases loaded, 1 out. Got him on the outside corner, 2 outs. And Rodriguez goes down looking for the second out as he talks to Joe West, who yanks his mask off to talk back to Alex Rodriguez.
Looking away. The second pitch misses. The third pitch, threading the needle, is Martinez. Rodriguez thought it was away. Phillies got the call.
I would imagine Charlie Manuel is a little torn here.
Yeah.
With Matsui digging in. As you look at a replay of that pitch for out number 2, Matsui has homered in this game twice in this series against Pedro, with a lefty up in the bullpen for the Phillies. That's back and out of play. Strike 1.
What a huge lift this would be to Pedro Martinez and the Phillies if they could get out of this without giving up a run.
Martinez stays in the game by getting Rodriguez.
Right.
And now trying to get Matsui to keep it 2-1. Ripped down the right field line, foul, just foul for strike 2.
High fastball. hooking foul by about 2 yards.
And now a meeting on the mound. Frustration for Matsui, who hasn't been fooled yet by Pedro. It's the first time Martinez has hit 90, so his velocity has steadily gotten better as this game has worn on. First time he's hit 90, but it was hammered foul down the right field line by Matsui. And the count 0-2. And a line drive into center's a base hit. Jeter scores. Here comes Damon. The throw is cut off. 4-1 New York.
4-1 Matsui. A 2-run homer, a 2 RBI single. High fastball. He threw it exactly where Ruiz was setting up.
Biggest lead of the night for the Yankees here in Game 6. It's 4-1. Here's Posada. Strike one. This World Series with 2 out, Matsui is 3 for 4 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Teixeira is at second. Matsui is at first, and a 1-1 count on Posada.
After missing that double down the right field line, he did not miss that high fastball.
That's in the air to left. Francisco is there, and the inning is over. But a 2-out, 2-run single by Matsui. All 4 RBIs tonight by the Yankee designated hitter. After 3 in Game 6, 4-1 New York. Jerry Hairston Jr. takes over in left field. And Johnny Damon pulled a calf muscle running on the hit by Hideki Matsui. We just had a chance to visit with Joe Girardi. He told us about the injury and then plenty about Matsui and Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera. We'll play that interview for you here in the 4th inning. It's a 3-run Yankee lead. 4-1, top of the 4th, and the big bats for Philadelphia. Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Jason Worth. Two runs in the second, 2 runs in the third. All driven in by Matsui. There's a strike from Pettitte, 1-1. Utley bounced into a double play his first time up. 1 for 11 in his career against Andy Pettitte. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. So a big presence in the lineup for the Yankees is gone. Johnny Damon. What a World Series he's put together. The 1-2. 2-2. Meanwhile, Andy Pettitte, who has a career record of 5-7 and ERA over 4 on 3 days rest, has looked rather sharp. Allowed a 1-out triple to Ruiz last inning and a sac fly by Rollins. just 2 hits. The 2-2. Foul. Let's go back and watch Johnny Damon on the hit to left center field by Matsui. Limping all the way to the plate, and then checked himself out of the lineup. Pulled calf. Utley stays alive.
We've seen a pulled hamstring from Melky Cabrera, and now a pulled calf muscle on Johnny Damon's right leg.
Here's a 2-2 to Utley, and a strikeout starts the 4th. Here's Joe Girardi. First question was about the injury to Johnny Damon.
Yeah, the first ball that Matsui hit down the line, he felt his calf a little bit, and then when he scored it got worse. So we had to take him out. We had to put Hairston in left field.
We talked about the different look with your lineup in the National League City. You get an American League lineup and you get your DH back in there, and boy, has Matsui been good for you in this series.
He really has, and you know, he's been an important part of our lineup, hitting behind Alex most of the year, and we've been able to keep him healthy, and that's been a big plus. And he has been outstanding so far in the World Series.
You caught Andy Pettitte in your career. What are you seeing from the dugout with him on 3 days rest?
Well, I mean, he looks good. I mean, he's throwing his sinker. He's got a good sinker going tonight, and he's got a good slider going tonight, and his curveball as well. So far, so good.
Last question, Mariano Rivera. That's always the big question.
Yeah.
How long are you willing to go with him tonight?
I mean, we'll think about 2 innings for sure, and then we'll see after that.
Thanks for your time, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Joe Girardi in his 2nd year. Here's a line drive. Cano was willing to jump, never had to. 2 out. And Ryan Howard is 0 for 2.
Hey, just an observation. I think Joe Girardi's more relaxed in the postseason than he was in the regular season. Done a superb job in getting his pitchers ready for the postseason. Primarily the 3 starters: Sabathia, Pettitte, Burnett, and of course the closer, incomparably, Mariano Rivera.
Here's Jason Worth. Strike 1 with 2 out. Tell you who agrees with you is Jason Zillow, the terrific PR director for the Yankees. He said, I've never seen Joe Girardi this relaxed, even with people questioning that 3-man rotation and a lot of his pitching changes that he's made during the postseason. And Joe Girardi said, you're going to be second-guessed either way. This is the way we were set up to go into the playoffs because they had their last 4 Thursdays off in the regular season. They were able to space out their starters so that they were rested enough to handle this assignment. The Yankees went through the Twins in a 3-game sweep. Took 6 games to get past the Angels. And it will take at least 6 to get past the Phillies. That's inside to Jason Worth. Meanwhile, the Phillies trying to force a Game 7 tomorrow night. We've seen Jay Happ already get loose out in their bullpen. He was one of the guys who potentially could get the ball if there is a Game 7. The count's gone to 3-1 on Jason Worth, who steps out. With 2 out and the bases empty, Worth takes a walk, and that's the 2nd walk handed out by Andy Pettitte, both to Jason Worth. Aerial coverage tonight brought to you by DirecTV. To get the most channels in HD, call 1-800-DirecTV. Here comes Ibanez, who hit 34 home runs during the regular season, a career high. And he could make this a 1-run game again with 1 swing. Broke his bat and flied to shallow right his first time. Ball 1.
I do think and have thought that pitchers pitching on 3 days rest, that there's too much made out of it. I think to achieve statistical significance, the comparison has to be much more equal. I mean, Andy Pettit's pitched 497. He has 497 starts and 18 starts on 3 days rest. How can you really make a legitimate comparison when you're talking about his record of 5-7 on 3 days rest and his other records, 229 wins in 480 starts?
192 of those wins coming with the Yankees, and that's third on their all-time list behind Whitey Ford and Red Ruffing. Here is a swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Posada, and down to second goes Jason Worth. 2-1 on Ibanez at the plate. And we'll see if that's a pass ball. We'll take another look at it.
Oh, it's got to be a pass ball.
Oh, yeah. Just missed it.
Yep. Saw Posada do that twice against CC Sabathia, or with CC Sabathia as his battery mate against the Minnesota Twins.
So pass ball puts Worth at second with 2 out. And the count 2-1 on Ibanez. He drove home 93 during the regular season. That's ball 3, and Ibanez able to lay off. On deck is Pedro Feliz. That pitch a little high, a check swing, and back-to-back walks with a pass ball mixed in, and the tying run will come to the plate here for Philadelphia in the 4th. No doubt Ibanez held up. While we talked about Joe Girardi, Charlie Manuel in the other dugout in his 5th season. He's won 3 straight National League Eastern Division titles. This Philly club really takes on his personality. They just keep coming at you. He doesn't play games as a manager. He tells you exactly what he thinks. And the Phillies do not quit as the pitch misses up for ball 1.
And we talked about Joe Girardi being confident. Charlie Manuel's as confident as anybody. Confident and competent.
43 comeback wins, 3rd best total in baseball for the Phillies during the regular season. Andy Pettit feels, I'm sure, like he's getting squeezed as he snaps at the baseball, getting it back from Posada. 2-0. 2 on, 2 out with back-to-back walks. Feliz takes a strike.
Big pitch right there. Pedro Feliz, more than any other Philly, is an inside hitter. His home run and his run-scoring single were both on inside fastballs.
Two home runs this postseason. Good pitch from Pettit. 2-2.
Looked like he said backdoor slider to Posada.
Here's a 2-2 pitch, and there it is. It misses, ball 3.
I mean, lip readers could tell what he was saying, and that's what he tried to do, the backdoor slider, and it missed. Problem with that is the hitter sees it too.
Now the runners will go. 3-2 pitch to Pedro Phillies. Grounder to third. Rodriguez has it. And that ends the inning. 2 walks, a pass ball, 2 left. Phillies have left 3. Bottom of the 4th inning. Game 6, 4-1 New York. What a beautiful night in New York City. We're in the Bronx. Bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees bat. And the first pitch is strike from Pedro Martinez to Robinson Cano. Lined out to the second baseman Utley his first time. It'll be Cano, then Swisher, then Gardner, bottom 3 in the lineup. With the Yankees up 4-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Chad Durbin gets loose for Philadelphia. In case the Yankees get something started. Matsui with a 2-run home run and a 2-out 2-run single in this game, and there's a grounder foul outside first.
With the count 2-2 on Pedro Feliz, runners on at first and second, you could read Andy Pettit's lips. Watch. Backdoor cutter, not only saying backdoor cutter, but nodding with his head that he wanted the pitch away, and the pitch missed away.
Eventually, Pedro Feliz grounded out. Cano fouls it away. Here's that pitch that missed on 2-2. And the backdoor cutter that never came back far enough for ball 3, and then Feliz grounded out. Then an interesting exchange. Pettit was frustrated that half inning with the strike zone of Joe West. Here's Cano with a fly ball into left. Francisco at the track for out number 1. And Robinson Cano is now 3 for 20 in this World Series, 1 out in the 4th. That'll bring in Nick Swisher. Swisher fly to left his first time up. Pedro Martinez trying to get through the 4th. Andy Pettit is through 4, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. He's walked 3, struck out 1. Good pitch from Martinez, strike 1. Here are the Yankees, who are 1 win away from a world championship. And I talked about during the lineup portion, the first inning, the top 2 hitters, Jeter and Damon, a combined .372 average in this World Series. The rest of the lineup, a combined .202 for Joe Girardi's team, but up 3 games to 2 and leading here 4-1 in the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes on Swisher. Attending tonight's game is Commanding Officer Kurt Jones and 30 crew members of the USS New York, which arrived in New York City on Monday and is presently berthed on Manhattan's west side. Commissioning of this Navy warship will take place on Saturday, and there's more to the story. The 0-2 pitch, that's high. 7.5 tons of steel from the World Trade Center was melted down and used to construct the bow of the ship, which is one of the most technologically advanced vessels ever put together. With Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who was yesterday elected to his 3rd term as mayor of New York City. As the pitch is over below on a changeup to Swisher, it's 2-2. Former Mayor Rudy Giuliani in his typical spot right behind the on-deck circle. Gardner on deck, 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Swisher. Ball 3.
One of the few curveballs that Pedro has featured tonight. He has not thrown it that often, and it misses outside.
With 1 out, a strikeout for Pedro Martinez. That's number 5. Swisher chased it, 2 away. So 5 strikeouts to go with 2 walks and 4 runs on just 3 hits. Brett Gardner taps the dirt and mud out of his spikes and digs his way in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time and is 2 for 10 during the postseason. Strike 1. Gardner, who went on the disabled list at the end of July on the 26th, didn't come back to the active list until the first week of September on the 7th with a broken left thumb. Started this season, was hitting .303 through the 26th of June, but only .219 since. Playing because of the hamstring injury to Melky Cabrera. Cabrera, who started the regular season backing up, with Gardner winning that outfield spot. 2 players had a role reversal. And now Gardner steps out. Gardner went to the bench. Cabrera took over, and during the course of the season had some big hits. Dramatic hits for the Yankees. That's caught by Utley, and a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Pedro. We go to the 5th inning, game 6. The Phillies coming to the plate. Down by 3. Back after this from your local Fox station. Andy Pettitte back for the 5th. Ben Francisco, Carlos Ruiz, and Jimmy Rollins, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, and a strike. Francisco didn't agree. Ben grounded out his first time. He is hitless this postseason, 0 for 9. Andy Pettitte has walked 3. He's now thrown 63 pitches on the night. Trying to work his way through the 5th inning, and that's off the end of the bat and foul. Strike 2. Between innings, Charlie Manuel went down to talk to Pedro Martinez. Bullpen is quiet for Philadelphia. Got Pedro to smile. 0-2 pitch. Got Francisco looking, and strikeout number 2 for Andy Pettitte.
Sometimes as a hitter you think a pitcher's going to waste one, and he doesn't.
So 1 out, and here is Carlos Ruiz, who tripled and scored a run his first time up. Hit the ball off the wall in left center field, about 399 feet away. With 1 out. Ball 1. Now Chad Durbin starts to get loose again. Pedro's gone 4, allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. Struck out 5. He's walked 2, allowed a home run, hit about it. 2-0 on Ruiz. Trying to get something going with the top of the lineup. Presented by Rollins next. There's ball 3. A 3-0, Ruiz taking all the way, 3-1. And a 1-out walk. 4th walk issued by Andy Pettitte. Jimmy Rollins is coming up. This January, when your life is on the line, he's the best protection money can buy. Christopher Chance is half detective, half bodyguard, in all kinds of trouble. Mark Valley stars in Human Target, a new series coming this January to Fox. Here's Rollins, 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Strike one.
The more you think about it, Joe, I think Charlie Manuel allowed Pedro to go out and pitch against the bottom of the order in the bottom of the 4th inning. But with the top of the order, a more dangerous part of the Yankee order, that's why he's bringing in the harder thrower, Chad Durbin.
It would seem that's the move, with Durbin continuing to get loose while the Phillies bat here in the top of the 5th. And that's foul left side, strike 2. Blocked by Posada, ball 1. Rollins now 5 for 20 in this World Series, 2 RBIs. $15 hits and 61 at bats during the postseason for Jimmy Rollins. Two and two. No action for the Yankees in their bullpen, but if Rollins gets on, that could change. Two-two pitch. Left side, Rodriguez to second, out over to first. Double play, 5-4-3. Andy Pettitte through 5 on 3 days rest, leading 4-1. Chad Durbin takes over for Philadelphia in the 5th. Pedro Martinez goes 4. If you look at the numbers this postseason for Durbin, 4 runs allowed on 3 hits for Martinez, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, a home run, a hit batsman. Durbin first out of the pen. Jeter takes ball 1 low. It'll be Jeter, then Jerry Hairston took over for Johnny Damon in the 4th when Damon injured a calf muscle running the bases. Then Teixeira, 1-0 pitch, ball and a strike. Jay Happ getting loose again, second time he's been up. He was warming back in the 3rd. He stayed in the bullpen. Charlie Manuel stayed with Pedro Martinez after Martinez struck out Rodriguez with the bases loaded for the 2nd out, but Hideki Matsui got Pedro again with a 2-run single. That's outside, 2-1. The next from Durbin. Fly ball pretty well hit left center field. Back is Francisco on the run, won't get there. It takes a hop and goes into the bullpen for a double. And it's Jeter's first extra base hit of the night.
Left fielder Francisco playing Jeter about straight away. And that ball kept carrying over the glove. of the outstretched arm. Now you have Hairston up there, and you can look for the bunt with Teixeira and Rodriguez coming up.
That is the 174th career postseason hit for Derek Jeter, 10th this World Series. '27th career double during postseason play. He's at second with nobody out. Phillies is in at third, and Hairston drops down a perfect bunt. Durbin makes the play, 1 out. Over to third goes Jeter on a well-executed sacrifice bunt by Jerry Hairston Jr.
Executed perfectly. That's a blueprint of how to do it right there.
Now the infield comes in for Teixeira, who's 0 for 1 in this game. Hit by a pitch his last time up, and a breaking ball's in for a strike. Teixeira is 2 for 20, hitting 100 in this World Series. 2 RBIs. He takes outside, a ball and a strike. That's wide, 2-1. Teixeira into right center field, and a base hit makes it 5-1 New York in the 5th.
Looked like Teixeira was looking breaking ball. Really turned on that pitch. You had first base open. The first pitch was a curveball. Teixeira right on it. Wasn't a bad pitch. You almost have to be looking curveball to hit a pitch like that hard.
Here is Rodriguez, 0 for 1, struck out with the bases loaded his last time up, and hits a foul, strike 1.
I'm reminded of that famous Ted Williams quote. When asked if he guessed once, he said, "I guess, I guess."
Always talked about his incredible vision, ability to pick up the spin of the baseball right out of the pitcher's hand and identify the pitch. Rodriguez waits for the 0-1. That's on the inside corner. Rodriguez was called out on a pitch over the outside part, maybe just beyond his last time. Didn't like the call.
Normally that slider is supposed to be away. That's a backup slider intentionally thrown on the inside from a right-hander to a right-hander.
Count 0-2. Ball 1. The 1-2 pitch is inside. With Matsui on deck. Jay Happ is ready to go if Charlie Manuel wants to go that direction. That's ball 3. It was 0-2. Now it's 3-2. 1 on, 1 out. And that is either ball 4 or hit him. Called ball 4, although Rodriguez shakes out that left arm, and that'll be it for Chad Durbin. See if this hit Alex Rodriguez.
Very close. May have hit the uniform. But a walk called by Joe West.
And it's 2 on with 1 out. Matsui is coming up. Charlie Manuel will take the baseball from Durbin, give it to Jay Happ. Yankees have added to their lead. It's 5-1 here in the 5th inning of Game 6. Here's Jay Happ, and a big hand for Hideki Matsui. As you look at the World Series numbers, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, average of .636. He could be the MVP if the Yankees go on to win. In his final year of his current contract with New York, and there's ball 1 in the dirt. What are the chances, Ken Rosenthal, that Hideki Matsui comes back to the Yankees next year?
Joe, the consensus is that the Yankees will keep either Johnny Damon or Matsui, but not both. They want to get younger. They want to get more athletic. They want to open up the DH spot for some of their older players. Probably Damon is the safer bet.
2 on, 1 out. The 1-0. Two and 0. Just so you know, Johnny Damon turns 36 tomorrow. Came out of this game in the 4th with a pulled calf. Hideki Matsui is 35. The 2-0 pitch. On the outside corner. Good delivery from Jay Happ. It's 2-1.
We talked about it earlier in the series. It would not seem right for Matsui to be with any other American team unless he signed with the Seattle Mariners to be a teammate of Ichiro's. 2 great Japanese stars.
The 2-1. Ball 3.
Dangerous pitch coming up.
The 3-1 pitch is hit in the air into right center field. Back at the wall. It's off the wall. In to score is Teixeira. The ball gets away from Worth. In to score is Rodriguez. 2 more. And it's 7-1.
We said it earlier, it's 14 hours ahead of New York time, so it's close to noon tomorrow in Tokyo, and if you think they're not celebrating, 3 hits, 6 RBIs for Matsui in this game. What a performance.
A 2-run double to make it 7-1, and now Jorge Posada. Strike 1. Strike 2 on Posada. Ball 1. Hideki Matsui was 5 for 21 in the ALCS. It's a different story in this World Series as Posada strikes out for out number 2. Jay Happ came into the game to get the left-handed batter Matsui, fell behind him, and Hideki Matsui got Jay Happ. And all 3 runs in this inning are charged to Chad Durbin.
Bobby Richardson was the only losing player to get the MVP award in that 1960 series when the Yankees lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates in 7 games. The famous Bill Mazeroski home run off Ralph Terry.
Cano takes a strike. Robinson 0 for 2. One ball, 1 strike. Matsui at second, 2 out. Now ball 2 to Robinson Cano. Eleven times National League teams have had a chance to repeat as world champions. 8 of the 11 have met the New York Yankees. Only the 22 Giants and 76 Reds beat the Yankees. That's what the Phillies came into this World Series trying to do, beat New York and repeat as world champions. They're down 3 games to 2, and they trail here in game 6, 7-1 in the 5th. Full count now on Cano. Matsui is now 8 for 12 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs in this World Series. And the strikeout ends the 5th. He has driven in 6 of the 7. Hideki Matsui, the DH. It's what he does. He hits. A 2-run shot, a 2-run single, a 2-run double. 7-1 New York after 5. Doing that here in game 6. Ruiz with a triple and a run scored for Philadelphia, their only run. And Andy Pettitte, so much conversation about 3 days rest. He's been very good. He's gone 5 innings, allowed a run on 2 hits, and he misses to Shane Victorino, ball 1. Victorino has an infield hit. And he's flied to right. 1-1 from Andy Pettitte. You know, the Yankees are often criticized for throwing around money and trying to buy world championships. And you think about the money that they spent over the offseason and the investment that they made in 3 players. Getting A.J. Burnett, C.C. Sabathia, Mark Teixeira, a combined $423.5 million investment in those 3. Already on the hook for $300 million for Alex Rodriguez. Make a trade and they bring in Nick Swisher, making $22 million. But how about Pettitte? What a decision. As that pitch is low and the count 2-2, and in the scope of this Yankee payroll, I mean, a very reasonable signing of $5.5 million in base salary, $10.5 at the end of the year with the incentives that he picked up. And here's a guy, Andy Pettitte, who is 37, who's won 17 games during his postseason career. And if he wins this game tonight, will have won the clinching game for the Yankees in this postseason in all 3 rounds. Against the Twins, against the Angels, and trying to get the Phillies. Hard hit right at Jeter. 1 out. And When you look at his World Series history in the clinching games, he won in San Diego Game 4 in that 4-game sweep in '98. Against the Mets in Game 5 at Shea Stadium in 2007 innings. And then he worked in Game 6 with the Yankees up. They lost that game. The World Series was even at 3 games apiece, and then the Yankees lost Game 7. Mariano Rivera couldn't get the final out, and Luis Gonzalez won it. Joba Chamberlain now starts to get loose with 1 out, and the base is empty here in the 6th. Good fastball right down the middle, 1-1. And he went to Houston to go home, back to Texas between 2004 and 2006. Spent 3 years with the Astros, but he wanted to come back to the Yankees, and he's been back since 2007. 43-31 during the regular season, trying to get to 4-0 in 6 postseason starts. Getting serenaded by this crowd.
Andy Pettitte has been so methodical in his pitching to left-handed batters. In his 2 starts, they are hitless in 14 trips. Utley, Howard, Ibanez.
3-1 on Utley. That is hammered down the right field line, foul. As Chase Utley gave that ball a jolt. The guy with 5 home runs in this World Series to tie Reggie Jackson's record in '77. A 1-out walk, and that's the 5th walk issued by Andy Pettitte. Ryan Howard coming up. Ryan Howard is 0 for 2 tonight and just 3 for 21 in this World Series. 1 RBI. The guy who tied for the most in baseball this year with Prince Fielder with 141 RBIs during the regular season. Fly ball in the air to left. Hairston Jr. is back at the wall, and it's gone. A home run for Ryan Howard the opposite way to make it 7-3 here in the 6th inning. So Ryan Howard gets his first home run of this World Series and makes it a 4-run game in the 6th.
Keep it going, man. Let's go.
Only 7 home runs against left-handed pitching on the year. Ryan Howard saying, let's go, let's go. We talked about it in the opening. The Phillies and Ryan Howard somehow trying to get him on track. And a 2-run homer on the fastball. Kept his weight back. Good results.
Just got it over the wall and left. Joe Girardi went to the mound, and this crowd applauded and was relieved to see Girardi leave Andy Pettitte in the game with Joba Chamberlain getting loose. Here is Jason Worth as the Phillies try and climb back into this game. Now down by 4. strike one.
Pretty easy to figure out Joe's thinking here. Looks like Pettit will pitch to two more hitters, Worth and Ibanez.
Ball and a strike. Then you get to Phillies, who took Jabba Chamberlain deep. To tie game 4 on Sunday night in Philadelphia. 1-2 on Jason Worth. 2 out.
Good fastball on the outside corner to Worth.
That'll bring in Raul Ibanez. That's down the right field line and fair into the corner. Going to dig it out is Swisher. Ibanez into second with a 2-out double. And that'll be it for Andy Pettit. Phillies coming up, Jabba Chamberlain coming in. And this crowd will let Andy Pettit hear it on his way off the field. Andy Pettit goes 5 2/3 innings. He has allowed 3 runs on just 4 hits, but he has walked 5, struck out 3. Threw a wild pitch, allowed a home run in this inning to Ryan Howard, an opposite field pop. And here is Jabba Chamberlain as the Yankees ask their setup relief to get this game into the hands of Mariano Rivera in game 6. Jabba Chamberlain has been trying to round back into form. And he faces the guy Pedro Feliz, who took him out of the park on Sunday night to tie game 4 in the 8th inning. And he starts him with a fastball, strike 1. Feliz 0 for 2 tonight. One ball, one strike. Joe Girardi has told us privately and in our interview that he wants and is willing to use Mariano Rivera for 2 innings tonight, if necessary.
But don't hold me to it.
A 1-1 pitch. Slider misses. 2-1. To stick with the 2 innings as a guide, it means the Yankees need to get 4 more defensive outs before Rivera, or looking at it the other way, the Phillies have to get something done here in their next 4 outs before they have to deal with Rivera as they trail by 4, a 2-2 count on Feliz. Runner at second, 2 out, and it grounded to third. Rodriguez throws for the out. Chamberlain comes in and ends the top of the 6th. 2 runs in the inning on a home run by Ryan Howard. And after 5 1/2, 7-3 New York. Nick Swisher is first up, and that pitch misses for ball 1. It'll be Swisher, then Gardner, then Jeter against Jay Happ. A home run by Ryan Howard has made it a 4-run game. 2-0 from Happ. Chan-Ho Park gets loose. Swisher 0 for 2 tonight. Fly to left, and he has struck out. Takes a strike. Pedro Martinez started when 4 allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. Hideki Matsui got him twice. Matsui right now is just a triple short of hitting for the cycle. There's a strike, and it's 2-2. No one has ever hit for the cycle during the World Series. A 2-2 pitch from Happ. And a high fly ball down the left field line. Francisco in the corner. And cannot get to it. A foul ball out of his reach. Still 2-2.
That was a similar pitch on which Nick Swisher homered in Philadelphia. Good try by Francisco. Leaping. Like it hit the webbing and fell out. Here's that pitch similar to the one he hit against Happ in Philadelphia.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And that pitch misses for ball 3. Two pitches off the end of the bat. Foul. Phillies finished the regular season with 93 wins and won the NL East by 6 games over Florida. Yankees won 103 games and won their division by 8 games over Boston. 3-2 pitch is in the dirt. Ball 4. Gets away from Ruiz. And the leadoff man is on for New York in the 6th. This week on Fox NFL Sunday, our games are highlighted by the Cardinals heading to Chicago to battle the Bears. The Panthers try to stop Drew Brees and the undefeated Saints. Coverage begins Sunday, beginning with America's #1 pregame show on location in Afghanistan at a special time of 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check local listings for the game and start time in your area. So that'll be a special day on Sunday here on Fox.
Gardner up there to bunt, an excellent bunter, probably the best in the American League, and didn't show bunt there. Gardner is so good at bunting, he can show late and really doesn't have to get in position. Outstanding bunter.
0 for 2 swinging the bat in this game 6, and he squares around, takes a strike from the lefty Happ. Here's an 0-1, and that pitch barely missed. A ball and a strike. The 1-1, and the bunt foul back over the backstop. Strike 2. is a Yankee team that mixed into their 103 wins. It's the best home record of 57-24, and they're 37-9 overall, including 6-1 in the postseason since the All-Star break here in their new home park. Counts 1-2 on Gardner, and he takes up and in 2-2. A leadoff walk to Nick Swisher. Gardner trying to push him around. Phillies still in at third. And strike three called, 1 out. Third strikeout for Jay Happ. And Gardner's 0 for 3 tonight.
Good fastball at the knees to get Gardner.
Charlie Manuel coming out to the mound. Derek Jeter coming up with Hairston Jr. to follow, and Chan Ho Park will enter Game 6 here in the 6th, with the Yankees leading by 4. They're the numbers for the entire postseason this year for Chan Ho Park, who has shown increased velocity down the stretch and in the postseason for Philadelphia. 1 on 1 out. Derek Jeter will be the hitter, with Jerry Hairston Jr. to follow. Bullpen is quiet for the Yankees, and now quiet for the Phillies as Park is the 4th pitcher of the night for Philadelphia. Happ went 1, allowed 1 hit, 2-run double by Matsui. That was in the 5th. There's a pretty good pitch called ball 1. Happ struck out 3, walked 1. To the right side, Howard fires to second for the out. 2 out in the inning, and Jeter safe at first. So Swisher is erased, 2 out, and tonight's in-game box score for the Yankees brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures The Box, starring Cameron Diaz in theaters everywhere this Friday. Jeter has 2 hits. The one guy you have to highlight is the DH, the number 5 hitter in this lineup. 3 for 3 with a home run, a double, 6 RBIs. Two-run home run in the second off Pedro Martinez started the scoring. A 2-out 2-run single in the third, and then a 2-run double in the 5th. Only plate appearance for Jerry Hairston Jr. was a sacrifice bunt. Took over for the injured Johnny Damon, who hurt his calf, running the bases on the 2-run single by Hideki Matsui in the 3rd. Strike 1. Philadelphia in the 7th inning will have Francisco, Ruiz, and Jimmy Rollins. Certainly Charlie Manuel could start to go to his bench.
Yep.
With a guy like Francisco leading off. And Chamberlain on the mound. He's got Dobbs and Stairs as left-handed pinch hitters.
Phillies' greatest comeback in 1980, Game 1 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. They were trailing by 4, came back to win that game. That's in World Series play.
Here's a 1-1. Left side, it's a foul ball. Foul ball, strike 2. Good call by the third base umpire, Brian Gorman. Back to the plate, Jerry Hairston Jr. And that's outside, 2-2. Jerry Hairston Jr. was picked up by the Yankees from Cincinnati on the last day of July. And he flies one into right. Easy for Jason Worth, and that sends us into the 7th inning of Game 6. Yankees leading 3-2 and leading this game 7-3. Back after this from your local Fox station. It's a 7-3 Yankee lead, and we look at the in-game box score for the Philadelphia Phillies, and again brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures The Box, starring Cameron Diaz in theaters everywhere this Friday. The guy in the number 8 spot in that in-game box score, Ben Francisco, is leading it off, and he is 0 for 2. Took a strike. The next from Chamberlain. Strike 2. I thought there was a chance to see a pinch hitter here to start the 7th inning against the right-handed throwing Chamberlain, but Charlie Manuel does not make that move.
Well, upon further consideration, you're 4 runs down. You don't want one of your best power pinch hitters to lead off an inning. However, if you take that approach, then those power-laden left-handed hitters may be facing Mariano Rivera in the 8th or 9th inning.
Yeah, I think you need to try, if you're Philadelphia, to jump on Jabba Chamberlain before you're dealing with Rivera.
That's right.
A 1-2. A check swing and no swing, says Jerry Davis. 2-2.
Just held up. Very close.
Ruiz on deck. Francisco strikes out. 1 away.
Good slider from Chamberlain.
He has shown better stuff his last couple of times out.
Yeah, he has.
Better velocity, tighter breaking ball. And he just got Francisco with one to start the 7th, and now Carlos Ruiz, who has tripled and scored and walked. Damaso Marte starts to loosen for the Yankees in their pen. Ball 1 to Ruiz.
Marte getting ready for Utley and Howard should they come up in this inning.
7-3 Yankees, top of the 7th. Game 6. There's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. 1-1. Strike 2. 95 from Jabba Chamberlain. Wouldn't go after the slider. 2-2. Line drive into center field, base hit. Carlos Ruiz, out of the number 9 spot, is on base for the 3rd time tonight.
What a terrific postseason Carlos Ruiz has had. Tripling and scoring the first run for the Phillies in the 3rd inning. Now singles with 1 out. Phillies desperately trying to get something going against Chamberlain.
Now it's Jimmy Rollins, and Ruiz is doing this in 2009 after a very good postseason in 2008. He has come alive in October again as that one drops in for a strike to Rollins, who's 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Rollins bounced into a double play his last time up. To the right side, Cano out at second, and no chance to get Jimmy Rollins 2 out.
Four-run lead, the Yankees making sure of 1.
Now Damaso Marte picks up his pace out in the bullpen with Victorino up. If Victorino can get on, Chase Utley, who has hit 5 home runs in this World Series, would step to the plate with a chance to make it a 1-run game. Ball 1. Victorino 1 for 3. That was against Pettit, who went 5 2/3 innings, 3 runs on 4 hits. Did walk 5, struck out 3, allowed a home run, and is in line for the win. The Yankee bullpen hangs on. There goes Rollins to second. Throw down. Not in time. But awfully close, trailing by 4.
Posada did what he could. It is a fine throw right on the bag. Jeter with a quick tag, and Rollins just in there.
Third stolen base of this World Series for Rollins. Now a 2-0 pitch to Shane Victorino. 3-0. And this could get very interesting with Chase Utley next. And that will bring Chase Utley to the plate, who with one swing could make this a 1-run game. Damaso Marte is ready to go. Joe Girardi is out of the dugout. And that'll be it for Jabba Chamberlain. A walk ends Chamberlain's night. More drama at Yankee Stadium here in the 7th with Utley coming up. How about this World Series for Chase Utley? Went deep twice off the lefty Sabathia Game 1. Has 2 multiple home run games and has totaled 5 home runs this World Series to tie the record set by Reggie Jackson in 1977. And if he gets number 6 here, it's a 1-run game.
Thing to keep in mind, all of the 5 home runs that Utley has hit during this World Series have been pulled to right field. But Chase Utley has power the other way, and Marte has a tendency to make left-handed hitters hit the ball the other way, but Utley can reach the fence in left field.
Damaso Marte had shoulder trouble during the season, had an ERA in 21 games of 9.45, but he's retired the last 10 batters he's faced this postseason. And he starts Utley with strike 1. Marte has moved in front of Phil Koch as the top lefty in the bullpen for Joe Girardi. There's strike 2.
Fastball, breaking ball.
And now as Posada goes out to talk to Marte, realized that Damaso allowed 1 home run to a left-handed batter in 2009. That was Grady Sizemore back in April. 2 quick strikes on Chase Utley. You saw Phil Hughes getting loose for the Yankees in their bullpen, but right now it's Damaso Marte and Chase Utley. And Utley went, inning over. A 3-pitch strikeout by Damaso Marte as he gets Chase Utley to chase. Time to stretch in game 6. Yankees leading this series 3-2 and leading game 6 by 4. So as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Yankees bat. It's game 6. 7-3 New York tonight. We look back at some other memorable game 6 moments. 1975, the home run by Fisk. Reggie, game 6 in 77. 3 times in that game, 5 in that World Series. The Mookie Wilson ground ball, the Buckner miss. Game 6, Mets won game 7. 3rd inning catch by Kirby Puckett, game 6 of 91. And an 11th inning home run, and then Joe Carter, he'll never hit a bigger home run, game 6 of 93 to beat Philadelphia. And how about Hideki Matsui tonight and his game 6? A 2-run home run off Martinez in the 2nd. A 2-out 2-run single off Martinez in the 3rd. And then against the lefty Jay Happ, a 2-run double. 6 RBIs as the Yankees have scored 7 on the night. And if this is his final game in a Yankee uniform, and it could be, he is trying to go out with a bang. It could be the first guy, if he hits a triple before the end of the night, to hit for the cycle in a World Series game. Chan Ho Park will pitch to Mark Teixeira. Scott Air gets loose. Rodriguez and then Matsui. 7-3 Yankees, and Mariano Rivera is up. Strike 1.
I think what will happen is Marte will be allowed to pitch to Ryan Howard, who's scheduled to lead off the 8th inning. And then Rivera will be in the game.
Ball and a strike on Teixeira, who has an RBI single and a run scored. He's been hit by a pitch and fly to right. Ball 2 inside. The shift on the infield for the Phillies as Teixeira pulls it foul. 2-2. First year in a Yankee uniform, and Teixeira led the American League in home runs and RBIs. And a strikeout starts the 7th.
Park with a high fastball to get Teixeira.
Corralled by Carlos Ruiz, and here is Alex Rodriguez.
Anticipating a standing O for Hideki Matsui. I am.
He's deserving of one. He's next. Rodriguez gets away from the breaking ball. Stays a little up and in. Ball one.
Oohs and ahs here from the stadium, but obviously no intent.
Rodriguez has walked twice, scored 2 runs, and struck out. The ball and a strike. Good breaking ball from Park. That's strike 2. Rodriguez 4 for 19 in this World Series. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. And he fights it off. Rodriguez is 1 RBI shy of tying the all-time record for the most RBIs in a single postseason. This would be 19, and the record held by 3 players. Sandy Alomar Jr. from '97, David Ortiz, Scott Spezia. Current generation players with the more playoff tiers and opportunities to drive in runs. Here is a 1-2. Rodriguez grounds it left side and through for a base hit. And Scott Air, it appears, will come out of the bullpen and work to Matsui. He will. Matsui will make a bid for his 4th hit. A triple shy of the cycle. 8 hits and 12 at-bats in this World Series. 3 homers, 8 RBIs. And he will tangle with Scott Air when we come back. Bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees lead by 4. Who's appearing for the 2nd time in this World Series. Check on Rodriguez, who's at first with 1 out here in the 7th. Good pitch from Air, who has a bone chip floating around in his left elbow, his pitching elbow. Great break. And strike 1 on Matsui.
Scott will have that elbow operated on in Philadelphia following the World Series, as Brett Myers is now up and throwing.
That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike as some start chanting MVP here in sold-out Yankee Stadium. One ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. And strike 2. Scott Air had a moment before the game where he was bouncing around the clubhouse, excited that somebody had handed him a chocolate-covered Twinkie. Something he'd never tried before. He thought it was wonderful. And I said, well, you'll go run that off before the game. He said, I don't run. I only face 2 batters a night. His 1-2 pitch. The runner at first. There goes Rodriguez. A check swing on a pitch in the dirt. They appeal, and Matsui strikes out. Could not hold up. Down to second goes Rodriguez. 2 out.
Rodriguez with a great jump from first, and on the breaking ball, Matsui goes too far. So a stolen base for Rodriguez. And he chose the right pitch on which to run.
That is Rodriguez's first stolen base of this World Series, second of the postseason, and here's an intentional walk with Cano coming up. Posada, who is 0 for 3 tonight, will be walked in favor of Cano, who is 0 for 3 as well, and 3 out of 21 in this series. This will be ball 3. Cano will have a chance with 2 on and 2 out to add to a 4-run Yankee lead. And with Damaso Marte in the game, Mariano Rivera is continuing to get loose for the Yankees in their bullpen. Major League Baseball invites all fans to lend a hand by volunteering in their communities. For more information about how you can get involved, visit MLBGoBeyond.com. I'll give Spike credit. He was wearing all that Yankee stuff in Philadelphia, sitting in the seats at Citizens Bank Park. Here is Cano with 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, that little montage with Kurt, Regis, Donald, and Spike.
Don't forget Rudy Giuliani.
Yep.
Scott Air and Robinson Cano. Outside, ball 1. Cano is struck out, lined out, flied out. The 1-0. Fastball from Air. Strike 1.
You could see Cano turn to home plate umpire Joe West and say strike. I think West probably said it was up.
That's outside, 2-1. This was a big bat for the Yankees during the regular season. Cano with a 6th best average in the AL of .320, and he hit 25 home runs. Drove an 85. Big production out of a second baseman. So far this postseason, not much. 11 for 56, no homers, 6 RBIs. Tied up with that pitch, 2-2. In the 8th inning, the Phillies will have Ryan Howard, Jason Worth, and Raul Ibanez, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Air trying to keep it a 4-run game. Time called.
You could see Scott Air rubbing twice on his pants, and usually when a pitcher does that, he subtracts 2 signs. If it were 3 for a slider, it would be a fastball. And now he wants to talk to Ruiz to make sure. I think he wants to throw the fastball.
Pedro Martinez started this game for the Phillies, lasted only 4. Allowed 4 runs on 3 hits. Air thought it was 1-2. It's 2-2. As you look behind him on the scoreboard, that's the count. 2 on, 2 out. Cano chased it, strikes out. We go to the 8th inning, game 6. Phillies coming up down 7-3. Damaso Marte struck out Chase Utley with 2 on and 2 out. In the top of the 7th, now he will start the top of the 8th, but won't finish it. But Mariano Rivera ready in the bullpen when needed. Jason Worth will follow. Although if Joe Girardi with a 4-run lead wants to, he could keep Marte in the game to deal with Worth because of the presence of Ibanez. He talked to us about using Rivera for more than 1 inning, certainly here tonight. And that opportunity is here in the 8th. 0-2 on Ryan Howard, who homered his last time up.
It may depend on whether Marte gets Howard out or not. If he gets him out, you'd think Rivera would be in the game.
Howard strikes out. How about 2 batters faced for Damaso Marte? 2 strikeouts. He gets Utley, he gets Howard. And with Jason Worth coming up, Jorge Posada goes out to the mound. And here comes Joe Girardi. And here comes Mariano Rivera. Girardi brings in the hammer here in the top of the 8th. And good work by Marte again here tonight. '87 career postseason games, Mariano Rivera. 39 of 44. This is not a save chance. Only 20 postseason walks. And he misses to Jason Worth, ball 1. One out, nobody on. What a job by Damaso Marte in this World Series. Retired all 8 batters he faced. There's a strike.
This is not a save the game chance, but could be a save the season chance.
Yankees trying to end this World Series here tonight. Phillies trying to force a game 7 tomorrow night. 1-1 pitch to Jason Worth. Ball 2. There's strike 2. Two out. In this World Series, Mariano Rivera has done his usual work. Game 2, 39 pitches, a 2-inning save. Game 3, 5 pitches, no save, but he ended the ball game and got the save in Game 4, throwing 8 pitches. Did not work in Game 5, off day yesterday. Strike 1 to Ibanez. Why wouldn't it be misting here in the 8th inning of Game 6? Shattered bat and a fly ball foul down the right field line. The rain has been a problem during this postseason, but as we play here tonight on the 4th of November, the temperature hasn't been a problem. We started even tonight's game above 50 degrees.
Along with everything else, nobody breaks as many bats as Rivera. Add another one to the group.
And it's 0-2 on Ibanez. Ball one. Ibanez stays alive. Rule tonight is fly to right, walked and doubled. Fantastic first season with the Philadelphia Phillies for Ibanez. Went up to foul it back.
That's the thing about Rivera. Not only does he get you out, he makes you feel so futile as a hitter.
Just got a piece.
After this inning, go to bullpen.
Two and two. Ibanez trying to battle his way on base. The Yankees lead by 4. Top of the 8th inning, 2 out, nobody on, and Phillies trail in this World Series 3-2. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat for Ibanez. We'll see out of the right hand of Mariano Rivera. Into center. Gardner turns and goes and won't get there. 2 bounces up against the wall in center, and Ibanez has his second double of the night.
Rivera leaving one out over the plate, and Ibanez gets the fat part of the bat on the ball. Gardner playing shallow in center. Actually turned around on the fly ball. Turns the wrong way. And then does a complete turn. Ball over his head, and Ibanez has a double.
Here is Pedro Phillies. That misses, ball 1. Phillies in this game is 0 for 3. Four for 22 in this World Series with a home run, 2 RBIs. Ball and a strike. Charlie Manuel's Phillies last year in 5 games beat the Tampa Bay Rays. Trying to force a game 7 somehow. Will that stay in play? Posada, top of the 8th, over. Yankees lead 7-3 into the bottom of the 8th inning of game 6. Scott Air closed out the 7th inning by striking out Matsui and Cano. Deal with Swisher, Gardner, and then Jeter. Swisher's 0 for 2. Flied out, struck out, walked. Ball 1, down and in. There's activity for the Phillies in their bullpen. Looks like Ryan Madsen is getting loose, and it is. Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-3 New York. And a strike makes it 1-1. Here's a 1-1. 2-1. Fooled Swisher, a check swing, ground ball, bare hand pickup. What a play by Phillies. Wow.
Playing deeply, bare-handed, and throws a strike.
What a beauty. 1 out, nobody on for Brett Gardner. Ball 1 to Gardner, who tonight is 0 for 3. Struck out twice. He's lined out. It was the last batter that Pedro Martinez faced, lasting 4 innings tonight. Andy Pettitte, the starter, went 5 2/3 for the Yankees. Still the pitcher of record. There's a strike, 1-1. 40th postseason start for Andy Pettitte. Trying to up his record to 18-9, 4-0 this postseason. The age of 37. And doing it tonight on 3 days rest. First time he had done that in 3 years. First time in the postseason in 6 years. That's low, 2-1. The Phillies in the 9th inning will have Ben Francisco's spot, then Carlos Ruiz, then Jimmy Rollins. They'll have to try and rally against Rivera, trailing by at least 4. 2-1 pitch. Hard hit. Utley to his left. Gets Gardner hustling down the line, 2 out. And that's it for Air. Here's tonight's saving moment of the game, brought to you by Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart, the first 2 RBIs in a 6 RBI night for Hideki Matsui. A 2-run shot in the 2nd off Pedro. Ryan Madsen coming in. Scott Air did a nice job here tonight. He exits. 2 out, nobody on in the 8th. Yankees up 4. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees are batting and leading game 6, 7-3. 2 out, nobody on. Derek Jeter facing Madsen, strike 1. Jeter has 2 hits tonight. Player who had 4 rings after his first 5 full years in the big leagues. And he goes the other way with an inside-out swing and a base hit to right. Hit number 175 in his postseason career, most ever. Here is Jerry Hairston Jr. He took over in the 4th inning for the injured Johnny Damon, who left with a pulled calf. Two out in the inning. Teixeira is on deck. Hairston 0 for 1.
It's a good time to run. Jerry Hairston does not have a lot of power. Derek Jeter with 2 outs, taking advantage of the 4-run lead of the Yankees.
And now Ruiz goes out to talk. The Yankees, when they beat the Angels, won their 40th pennant. They're seeking their 27th World Championship. Won their first World Series in 1923. Won 3 times in the 20s, 5 times in the 30s, 4 times in the 40s. Beat Philadelphia in a 4-game sweep, the Whiz Kids, in 1950. Here's a broken bat. Little fly ball into left field. Out goes Rollins. Makes the catch to end the inning. And now Rivera will head back to work as Game 6 heads into the 9th inning, with the Yankees on top 7-3. Rivera closed out the top of the 8th. Here he is, top of the 9th, and Matt Stairs off the bench to bat for Ben Francisco. Stairs 1 for 11 this postseason. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good swing and contact by Stairs. Phillies need to get 3 on to have a chance. Stairs, then Ruiz, then Rollins. The first 3. 2-1.
This is what the Phillies face. The Yankees have had a 4-run lead when Rivera is in the game 204 times in his career. They have lost the game once.
That is inside, and the count moves to 3-1. Pounded foul and into the upper deck, but a full count. At Jeter, 1 out. American Express Take Charge player of the game is Hideki Matsui. Did he take charge tonight? A 2-run home run, a 2-run single, a 2-run double. 6 RBIs. As the Yankees have scored 7. Here's Carlos Ruiz. Ball 1 low. Till 2009, the Yankees had not been in the World Series since 2003. They lost to the Marlins. Lost in 2001 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. They last won it in 2000 over the Mets. The 4th ring won by Joe Torre and company. 2 outs away from a championship here tonight. 1-1. Two and 1.
Two of only 7 Panamanians in the major leagues, Rivera and Carlos Ruiz.
The 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Full count. And a 1-out walk. Ruiz is on base for the 4th time tonight with 2 hits, 2 walks. He's also scored a run. And here's Jimmy Rollins. Hitless, he does have a sacrifice fly. After Rollins, it's Victorino. Then you get into Chase Utley and Ryan Howard. Teixeira plays behind Ruiz. Strike 1. Fly ball into right. Back is Swisher on the track for out number 2. Shane Victorino, 1 for 3. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 as Ruiz takes second. Two and 2. The defending champs down to their final strike. Rivera to Victorino. play. Foul.
You can imagine how that feels. Victorino fighting off all of those inside cutters with that severely bruised right index finger.
Took Rivera 39 pitches to get the save in game 2. This will be the 40th pitch of this effort here tonight. Another 2-2. Full count. Good at bat by Victorino. To the second baseman, Cano. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time. Mark Teixeira. Congratulations to Teixeira, and we go down to the field and Chris Rose.
All right, Joe Buck, thank you very much. It is time to present the Commissioner's Trophy. I've got the entire Yankee brass up here, including the managing general partner of the Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner. So now I present the Commissioner of Baseball, Mr. Bud Selig.
Thank you, Chris, very much. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the world champion New York Yankees and all of their great fans. This is the 27th World Champions, the most in American sports, and I congratulate you for that. And also to the Steinbrenner family, I congratulate you for a job really well done. And to my friend George, wish you were here. Congratulations. This one's for you.
Hal, it is the most frequently uttered phrase in all of sports. The New York Yankees are world champions. What do you have to tell these people after 9 years?
Unbelievable. 10 years since we won it here. You know, I've just, on behalf of the team, the organization, I've got to thank all you fans. You are the greatest in the world. You have been here day in and day out all year long supporting us. Without you, this doesn't happen. And Dad, I know you're at home watching with Mom. This one is for you.
This is the 7th World Championship in the Steinbrenner era. Did you talk to your dad earlier today, and what does this particular one mean to him?
I think it means everything to him. You know, it's been a while. It's been 9 years. And I did talk to him today. He was very excited, a little bit nervous, as we all were. But this team, all year long, you know, they just fight, they fight, they fight, and they never give up. And boy, they deserve this, that's for sure.
You christened the house that Ruth built in 1923 with a world championship. You opened this one in 2009. Bring home a World Series. You're not building a new one that I know of, are you?
Negative.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure you can find a shelf on this one. Congratulations. Joe Girardi, come on in here, my friend.
Hey!
You know, all along, you have told us that you won 3 of these as a player here in pinstripes. And all along you said no different as a manager. Is it different standing here now?
Well, I never got to stand up here before as a player, so. But as a manager, this one's for the boss and his family, the job the Steinbrenner family did. Brian Cashman and his staff with putting this team together. For this team, they never stopped fighting, and they got up and they got up. And to the fans, you're the best!
Joe, this franchise is not measured in success with division titles or even American League pennants, but why is it that this team and this franchise can handle pressure so well?
Well, the guys have been through it so much, and I think it's the job that they do putting this club together every year. It's unbelievable how this team came together in spring training and their willingness to be unselfish and play the game the right way, and that's why we won.
When you came back as a manager, you donned number 27 because you wanted that 27th championship. Anybody changing numbers next year?
Well, I got to see if anyone's going to charge me for 28.
Joe, congratulations.
Thank you.
It is time right now to present the World Series Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. And once again, Mr. Commissioner, come on up here.
I am very proud to announce that Hideki Matsui is the MVP of the 2009 World Series. Hideki, congratulations. He had a wonderful series, well deserved on a great career, and congratulations from Chevrolet and all of us. Nice going.
Rogelio Colon, come on up here. Hideki, you had one of the greatest games in World Series history under the brightest lights here in Game 6. How does that feel?
本当にもう野球のこの最高のステージの中でここに立つこと、ご心境はいかがでしょうか。いやもう最高ですね。本当に信じられないです。自分でもびっくりです。Yeah, it's awesome. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I'm surprised myself.
You won 3 championships over in your homeland of Japan. You now win one on the biggest stage in the world with the Yankees. How does this compare?
日本でも優勝されてるんですが、過去にこちらで初めて、優勝されて、お気持ちはいかがでしょうか。いやまたね、違ったね喜びがありますね。もう今は本当にもう最高ですね。それ以外ないです。Yeah, I mean it's certainly different. I mean, all I can say right now is just I feel great. I'm so happy right now.
We know that you are a free agent at season's end. I imagine you want to come back here to successfully defend your championship, don't you?
今年契約最後なのですが、ご自身の中ではまたもう一度この優勝を守るためにもう一度戦うという気持ちはあるでしょうか。いやもちろんね、そうなればいいと思うしね。やっぱり僕はね、ニューヨークが好きだし、ヤンキースが好きだし、チームメイトが好きだし。ね、ここのファンがね大好きだし、それだけです。Yeah, you know, I hope so. I hope it works out that way. I love New York. I love the Yankees. I love the fans here. I hope everything works out well. I'm just happy right now.
Hideki Matsui, the first full-time DH to win the World Series MVP. Congratulations.